Friday, and welcome to another Hanging with Hank. In case you can't tell, Hank is super excited that you have decided to join us today. This is Hank the dog, and I am Hank's human, Miss Katie, from the David Landsberger Family YMCA. And Hank has picked out a wonderful story for you today. It might really hit home with some of you kids that have older brothers and sisters and younger brothers and sisters, and you're in the middle. And let's find out how Tony Baloney feels and how he reacts to being the middle child in his family. So take a peek and we will see you in just a few minutes. Tony Baloney, written by Pam Munoz Ryan and illustrated by Edwin Fotheringham. Tony Baloney is a macaroni penguin. He loves fish tacos with Parmesan cheese, little green walrus guys, his stuffed animal buddy Dandelion, and anything with wheels. Tony Baloney does not love trouble, but trouble loves him. In his family, Tony Baloney is smack in the middle of the brood. Dandelion makes sure that Tony Baloney does not get lost in the crowd. If he can help it, Tony Baloney stays away from the bothersome babies Baloney because they are so exasperating. When it is absolutely necessary, or most of the time, Tony Baloney must play with Big Sister Baloney. He always has to be the kitty. When do I get to be the boss of the world? Asks Tony Baloney. Big Sister Baloney gives him the look. Meow, says Tony Baloney. Sometimes, when Tony Baloney is tired of Big Sister Baloney and exasperated by the bothersome babies Baloney,
Ow! Ouch!
Dandelion behaves badly. After Dandelion runs amok, Tony Baloney dashes to his room, stuffs all of his important things into his duffel, and makes a fast getaway to his hidey space. Eventually, Mama and Papa stop by for a little chat. After they leave, Tony Baloney tells Dandelion all of his woes. As usual, Dandelion is extremely understanding. And then Big Sister said I could not come to her tea party, and the bothersome babies chewed off the hands of maybe 100 or just one of my little green walrus guys, and Mama and Papa said they love me very much, but I need to think about our behavior and using our words and saying we're sorry. Oh, and we have to mean it too? I guess we should try a little harder to behave, says Tony Baloney. I suppose, says Dandelion. We have to apologize nicely. I'm not feeling nicely in my heart. How long does it take for nicely to creep in? Maybe never. Or in a little while. Just wait for it. You're my very best buddy in the whole widey world. I know. Don't get all mushy on me. After Tony Baloney has been in the hidey space for maybe a year or 20 minutes, he feels a teensy bit lonely. And Dandelion feels a teensy bit like apologizing. When Tony Baloney smells fish tacos, Dandelion feels even more like apologizing. Dandelion says he's sorry. I accept Dandelion's apology, Big Sister Baloney huffs. But what do you have to say for yourself, Tony Baloney? She gives him the look. Tony Baloney says nicely, I brought Parmesan cheese. For maybe an hour or 5 minutes, Big Sister Baloney allows Tony Baloney to be boss of the world. Tony Baloney tells the bothersome babies Baloney that they must be the kitties.
Meow. Meow.
The babies are surprisingly good at meowing.
Meow.
Tony Baloney, you don't ever have to be the kitty again, says Big Sister Baloney. Never, says Tony Baloney. Never, says Big Sister Baloney. And she keeps her word. The end. A couple of weeks ago, we heard the story, Where the Wild Things Are. And in that story, Max learned how to manage his emotions and frustrations, and he did that by creating the land where the wild things are. In this story, Tony uses his best buddy, Dandelion, to help him sort through some tough emotions he's having and maybe acting out a little bit from being the middle child, maybe not feeling like he's heard. So in both stories, you have to do whatever you have to do to make sure that you sort through your emotions and you get your anger out. And so that's a great example of ways that you can do that. Talk it out with your stuffed animal, or go to your hidey space until you feel a little bit better. So we hope that you enjoyed today's story. If you did, you can head on over, if you haven't done so already, to the David Landsberger Family YMCA page, like the page, and then if you'd like some more resources, we have some information today about penguins and about dealing with emotions. Those resources are on the private Facebook group, Hanging with Hank, and you can get that through the David Landsberger Family YMCA page. You can like the page, and then you'll get all of those resources, and there are plenty of others too, color pages, worksheets, activities that you guys can do at home. We hope that you have a wonderful weekend. We have enjoyed spending a little bit of time with you, and we look forward to seeing you back here Monday morning at 11 a.m. for another edition of Hanging with Hank. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here. Thanks for watching.